Hey everybody, this is the finished look for today. It is a grungy, smoky, bedroom, mesmerizing eye tutorial. It is very easy to do despite it might be looking complicated at the end. You're just smudging some eyeshadow, smudging some eyeliner, applying brown and black, and you're done. It's literally so easy. So please check it out and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like and if you want to subscribe. You will have seen by the title of this video, this is effectively a very dramatic makeup look, and it is my mesmerizing eyes tutorial. This is something I do when I really want my eyes to pop, and it works for any eye color. We're going to go ahead and get started. Again, as I've mentioned on some of my previous videos, there are steps you can cut out when you're doing a more simple eye look. Today is not one of those days where you should cut out these steps. If you're looking to do this tutorial, it is by no means difficult, but you will need a few stable products in order for the look to keep looking the same all day long. So the first thing is a primer for your eyelids. We're going to do the eyes first since this look is very eye heavy, and this is an eyeshadow primer that's from the drugstore, very inexpensive, and it is the Photo Focus Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. Comes just like this, and you'll take it on the tip of your finger, and then I just apply a very thin layer across my eyelid. I do this part pretty fast and honestly pretty recklessly, because as long as you get it from the base of your lashes up to your brow bone, you're good. That part doesn't take a whole lot of technique, as I drop the cap all over onto my outfit. The second thing you're going to do is grab a black eyeliner. Now, as I kind of mentioned, this is a mesmerizing eye look. It includes a lot of blacks, browns, dark colors. Don't be scared if you haven't used those colors before. It can look amazing. You just have to know where to put it. So I'm taking first a black eyeliner. This is just a twist up one. It's Marc Jacobs. You don't need an expensive one. Drugstore will work. And I'm actually going to lift my eyelid, so you'll see like this, and go into the lash line underneath of your eyelid. This part can be pretty messy because we're going to end up smudging a lot of black on this look. Now, there's two things you can do. You can either blink a few times and hope, in this case you're actually hoping that your eyeliner will transfer to your bottom waterline, which is inside this inner rim here, or to make sure that that part's black too, you can just go in with the black liner directly onto your waterline. It's going to kind of close off your eyes. This look is not really an eye-opening type of a look or a light widening of your eyes. It's really a smokiness and kind of making the eyes look a little smudgy and lived in, but it's really going to look nice once we finish it. I'm now going to take that eyeliner and go very messily, so you'll see I'm just drawing a line across my top eyelid. Does not look good so far. It's not going to until we really start to work all these colors in. Before that dries too much, you want to grab a smudgy little brush. I'm going to use, I gotta sneeze. Earthquake. Okay. I'm going to use a Sonia Kashuk brush. These are sold at Target, but you can use whatever you have. It's a short, bristled, little tiny blending brush, and I'm just going to close my eyes and run this along the top lash line and start to blend everything out, all this liner here. This look is really great if you are a beginner because you don't have to have a whole lot of experience blending. It's really going to be about the look looking a little bit lived in and not so perfect. If you do have lighter features like I do, I have light eyebrows, my skin is generally pretty fair, and I have light hair, this is going to really pop on you. So it's not going to look like the same as it would with someone who has black hair, black eyebrows, really dark lashes, darker eye color. Both people can pull it off though. It's just about knowing when to stop and when to take a step back and not add so much black or darkness. So we will get there. This is the smudginess that we need to now start the shadows. So I'm gonna move into that. In order to do that today, I'm gonna be using actually Clinique eyeshadows, which I really like this palette. I've mentioned before, I used to work for that company and they do make some really nice natural kind of makeup. This was actually a surprise to me when I first tried it. It's Jenna's Essentials. Jenna is one of the people that works for Clinique. I forget her last name, but she basically founded like these colors as part of their collection for Clinique. And it's a shimmery white, a matte brown, a shimmery beige color, and then also a black. And so I'm going to use the brown and the black today, the matte colors, out of the Jenna's Essential palette. Excuse me for just, after that sneeze, I've just been having a sniffle, snuffy thing going on. I'm going to take first this brown color in Jenna's Essentials onto a fluffy brush like this. So I'm just really tapping it on there and getting it in on this brush. And I'm going to start kind of tapping this near the eyelid here and into that transition area. So right nestling it into the eye socket here. I'm going to blend in short little motions. You want to make sure that you're not going too far up. I am, because this brush is fluffy, I can kind of take it on its side here and it will give me a little bit of a blend, but you don't want to actually intentionally put this color too close to the brow bone. I went in and picked up some more color and I'm again stamping into the socket and a little bit more onto the actual eyelid. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other eye, so stamp it and move it back and forth. We have the brown on. I'm going to go ahead and move into the black. So to do that, I'm taking a little bit more of a smaller dome-shaped brush so we can focus the black a little bit more intentionally than the brown. And the black, we're going to first stamp it towards the base of the lashes here. So just stamp it like that. And then go ahead and take that same brush we used with the brown and I'm going to fluff this around the black. So it's kind of just building up layers. We built up the layer of having the smudged liner, we built up a layer of the brown, and now we're going to deepen it in with the black. So I'll go in between the brown and adding a little bit more to the lid area and then blending that out with the brown shadow bigger brush. And you can see I'm not really being too precise. You just want to get in there. It's kind of the act of just blending it all together that's going to make it look very intentional and not so much like you have a black eye, which you don't want a black eye. So make sure that you are keeping the black a little bit more controlled. Again, towards the base of the lashes and then moving it up towards the crease. And then taking our blending brush and just going over all of that to keep it smooth. I'm then going to take the blending brush with a little bit more of the brown shade on it now and go back into the crease just to connect everything on the top here and blend that around. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my skin. I'm going to quickly talk through it this time because I know I have been blasting through it very quickly lately, so I will actually do it really quick. But I'm going to take a little bit of the BECCA Backlight Priming Filter. That's on the back of my hand here. And I'm going to mix in a little bit of the BECCA Aqua Luminous Foundation in Porcelain. and just drop that onto the back of my hand here. Again, not a fan of this packaging. It's just not, first of all, if you're gonna drop, like, drop. It's a hot mess, this packaging. But it's really nice. Mix that on the back of your hand, and then I'm just going to dot this around your face, around my face, around your face. And then I'm going to start to stamp it in with my blender sponge here. I was about to say beauty blender, but that would be politically incorrect since this is actually a Real Techniques blending sponge. Q-tip versus cotton bud. Whatevs, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, there's one layer of foundation done. Go right under the chin there real quick. I'm now going to do a little bit of concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Fair. It's very light, but I want to make sure I have no dark circles for this look because we're trying to create dark shadow. We don't need to have like an actual dark shadow under our eyes. That's going to not play so well with this makeup. You can see I'm kind of going heavy-handed on the concealer because I want my face to have a lot of dimension with this. When you have a dark eye like this, your face can kind of sometimes get lost, I feel like, if you don't have different shades going on. So while this may look like a lot of makeup, I have a very light layer of foundation on, and I'm just using a concealer that is a couple shades lighter than my skin tone to highlight today. I cannot bear it any longer without brows, so I'm going to use the Total Temptation Maybelline Brow Definer Pencil in Blonde. It's literally on its last legs. I cannot. Hopefully it will get me through these brows. Starting through the tail, working my way in to the center here. Brush it out a little bit. Same thing on the other eye. That'll work for the brows, but I definitely need a new brow pencil very soon. I'll grab a little makeup wipe and just get the extra foundation off the back of my hand. We're now going to go in with a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to be using a cream bronzer today. Again, Milk Makeup Baked Bronzer in the shade Baked. Now, after we've just lightened everything, we're going to darken it again. Makeup. Makeup at its finest. Women controlling their faces. Go in and line that out to create a little bit of dimension on the face. I find with darker eyes like this, I usually don't want to wear blush because I feel like adding color on the cheeks that's like pink or rosy tends to take away from the actual eye look. So I'm kind of a reserved blush person when it comes to heavier eye makeup days. I won't usually apply blush, and that's going to be the case today as well. Okay, once that is on, I am going to use some powder today to quote-unquote bake. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. So I'm going to just grab some powder with the same sponge. I just take the opposite end. So my sponge is wet. I'm going to grab some powder on the back of it like this. And because we don't want really anything to move with this type of a look, we want it to look very perfected, but we want the eyes to look a little bit more messy. I want my face to stay, and I want my face to have a little bit more structure than my eyes will. So I'm going to just place powder, and you can see it's a pretty thick layer, so it's giving me a white cast right now, but it is translucent. I'm going to place a pretty thick layer of powder. Just press it lightly on top of the skin, and I'll let that sit there while we finish up the eyes. So for the eyes, I mentioned that we're going to use an orangey brown color, and to do that today, I'm going to use a Bobbi brown shadow. It is the shade Camel, and it is, I just painted my nails, I don't want to ruin them. Okay, it's the shade Camel, and it's a single shadow. I'm going to take a pretty big blending brush because I don't want to be scared of doing this. I want to really get in there. So I'm taking that, and I'm going to go under my eyes and start to add a shadow under my eyes here and connect it to this outer corner of the top shadow. So you can see now my eye color is really popping. The lighter flecks of color of my eye will come out because the caramely color underneath my eyes are drawing that lighter part of my eye color out. The top half of my eye is going to stay very dark, so that kind of draws more attention to like the ring of your eye, the pupil of your eye. So everything is complementing. Everything's complementing each other. Sometimes I just can't talk. I know that happens to everybody, so I'm not about to say like, did that happen to you? That happens to everybody, please. I'm taking this caramely color shadow, the Camel color, and I'm also going into the inner corner of my eye. Now usually you'll see people only put lighter shades in there, but I think it looks really cool sometimes, and you can really pull it off if you're doing an all-encompassing look like this, to put a darker shade in the inner corner. So that is what I'm doing. And now I'm going to take a little brush and wipe away this powder that we had going right under here. Wipe it all away. Really quickly, I'm going to do top and bottom lash mascara. You don't need to see it, so I will be right back, and then we will finish with the lip. I finished up with the mascara, and now all I'm going to do is do a lip. So with something like this, I'm kind of drawn to do a neutral lip and something that's actually like a little bit more washed out. And so today I'm going to do a BUXOM plump line lip liner in the color Stealth. So I'm going to put this on, and it actually comes with a brush on the other end so you can work the product in. And I'm just smudging because the whole thing is just kind of smudgy, you know. We're looking just like we rolled out of a rock concert / bed. And then I'm using Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar gloss over that, which looks beautiful. And then yeah, I'd probably wear black with this because why not? So this is the finished look, and this is what I'm calling mesmerizing bedroom eyes. We'll do that because it's very smoky. It's very just draws the eye color out of your specific eyes, no matter what color eyes you have, because you'll have lightness under, darkness on top, brings out both tones, light and dark, of your eye color, whether you're brown, green, or blue. And I think this is really pretty, so try it out. It's very easy. It looks a little complicated when you look at the finished product, but really it's smudging color around and applying eyeliner and mascara. So thank you for watching, and thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you on my next video.